Welcome back to my shed. I hope everyone had a good Christmas and a New Year. And in today's episode, I'm going to talk about craft fairs, Christmas fairs, my tips and tricks. And so today I've got 5 tips for you, which I think would improve any craft fair and hopefully will help you out. And if you stay around to the end, I've got a bonus tip. Let's get started. The first tip would be card payments. Out of the 4 shows I did, most of my people did cash, but on that very last fair, everyone paid by card, apart from about 2 people. So overall, you need to be able to do both, really. And if you look around online, a lot of them, you have to buy a device, you have to then pay a monthly subscription or whatever. But I found, not sponsored or anything, I use SumUp, because on my phone they have an app and you can take payments directly to the app. You didn't have to buy any added hardware, which I think last time I checked was about 50 quid for the hardware for this one. So, as an added bonus, they took 1.69%. So that's not really a lot of money at the end of the day. And it meant I take card payments, and it helped out a lot. So I would definitely recommend making sure you look into it. There are free versions out there that don't cost you the hardware price that a lot of these ones try selling you. Tip number 2 is to make sure you bring a tablecloth. And because a lot of these fairs are just old knackered tables that have got drawings and scratches all over. And if you're selling wooden items, and it quite often is a wooden table, your item just sort of merges in with the pattern of the table. So it is also always great to add another layer of a colour of some kind. I had a silvery sort of tablecloth, which worked out really quite well. Tip 3 is to have some kind of business card, just to say who you are, what you do, and here's a contact number. Just in case if someone was looking at a table, walked off, went home, then go, oh no, I'm meant to go back to so-and-so. You know, if they've got business cards there, they can take it and then they can contact you, and hopefully you make a sale that way. Now, halfway through my list of tips, if you could subscribe and also like the video, that would also help me out. If you leave any comments of any other tips, would be great. And thank you for watching so far. Let's crack on to tip number 4. Also make sure you've got a notepad with you. So if someone starts asking you questions about stuff, you can then ask for their contact details, and then you can email them or phone them or whatever contact details they give you with more details of what you were talking about after you've had time to go home, research, think about it, or, that sort of quote. So overall, it's always worth doing, just in case. Tip number 5 is also don't underestimate social media. At my last fair, I advertised on social media where I was, how long I was going to be there for, and what time I'm leaving. I had 2 people contact me via Facebook saying they're interested in what I'm selling, and that I'll be down later. And so to my surprise, so they both came out. One person spent £36 with me, which is quite good. It was really good. And then the other person came down and spent £44 with me. If they hadn't seen my post, then they would never have known I was there, and I would have never made those 2 sales. So just don't forget about social media. If you set up, make sure you go into any local groups to the location of the fair, making sure you're posting in there, so just to get the word out that you're there. And building up to the event, maybe the week before, start posting into the group as well, which would also help, because it means people know that you're going to be there on the set date, and then should hopefully give them time to think about it and make sure they are free to come down and see you that way as well. So hopefully that way you can optimize to get more sales. And then from a bonus tip is to make sure you add height to your table. You want to be the table that they catch as they look around the room or as they enter the room at all the different stalls. As you've got that added height, they should spot you first and hopefully bring more customers to you. I did that by using a couple of crates to use them as platforms to raise up some of my products. And then I also made a big, or as I called it, supersized reindeer. There's a video on my channel. I'll have a link down below for that. It made my table that much higher because of the reindeer. I was actually lucky enough to end up selling it. He was never for sale, but someone at one of my at the second fair I did was interested. I gave him an amount and they accepted. So I was quite surprised and lucky that it sold it. But you know, you never know. Some of these higher products might sell. You want to always make sure when you go into a fair that you're taking loads of different price points to start on £5, £10, £15, $20, $30 or higher if you want to go, because you don't know what someone's budget is. So overall, I hope this video gave you some added value and would help you when it comes to your next craft fair. I will definitely be using all these tips in this year's load of fairs I do. And thank you for watching. If you could subscribe and help out the channel, there'll be a link right here. And if you like this video, I think you would also like this video right here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.